turn on the lights. I had to put it up here. Remember, he was coming in here last night trying to get it. But when Avery's in school, he's fine. It doesn't bother anything. I don't know what to do about that. I guess he will outgrow it. Oh, hang on, I have to do this. Okay. First person here is PG, me and Pretam for December of 24. Things look a little stagnant. I don't see all that much changing between like whatever happened in November. It's probably going to be similar in December. It shows that he's either stuck or stagnant, or things are not moving forward quickly. If you want to see something change, I would express your wants and needs around the situation, because things seem a little out of balance and a little slow. Nothing terrible. It just may be that not much is happening fast enough, or it's like things are kind of on a slowdown. Aries, love. You have new beginnings on the horizon if you're not with anyone right now. You have fire coming in, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and possibly a Capricorn. Old wounds are healing and moving into the past, and life is moving forward towards greener pastures. You're calling the shots. Don't settle for less than you want or deserve. Lita, had my first part of the interview for Navy Federal today. Will I get the job? You got a good shot. You got about a 70% chance, yes, you will. Shonda, Sagittarius, current feelings for me. May find you to be strong, confident, independent, hardworking. Like you have a good personality or a good sense of humor, and you're attractive. Pretty good. Lita, business read. Okay, you have cause for celebration coming in around success, coming in around business, and you're ready for it. Things are moving forward through perseverance. So if you feel like you get stuck in a place where not much is changing or not much is growing fast enough, don't give up on it. The hard work you put into it will pay off. A new journey begins. Kristen, what is G's feelings for me? What is G's feelings for me? G may find you to be strong, confident, creative, unique, like successful, grounded and stable, down to earth, a loyal friend, somebody who's attractive. Davey, what does Tarot want me to know? Your luck is about to change for the better, and you may be planning travel. Moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home. Something nice may happen around the home. The hard work you put into your career comes back to you. Money is coming in. Finances are improving. Listen to your intuition. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Not bad. Not bad. Live, general. Anxiety eases when you walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and then life moves forward towards greener pastures. You may feel as if you have a long road ahead of you, and you may feel a little bit overwhelmed, but slow and steady wins the race. Perseverance pays off. Putting your wants and needs first before other people's is suggested at this time, especially if you feel like you need to lay down the law or set boundaries or somebody is overstepping. You're in control, whether you realize it or not. You have more power in whatever is going on than you think. And don't be afraid to you step into your strength and your self-confidence and lay down the law if you need to. Infinity is Leo in a committed relationship. You got about a 70% chance. Yes, there is somebody around him. I can't swear that it's committed as of right now, but it could be moving in that direction because 70% chance, yes. And there may be a water sign around this person. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Beautiful one for today. You may be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business, and life is coming into balance. Feeling ambitious to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. You could hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Listen to your intuition and don't forget to take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. T-Vet, how does my Aunt P feel about M holding on to our inheritance money? I think she's annoyed. I think it makes her angry. I think she also may feel like things are out of balance, or she may feel, I don't know if she's surprised or didn't expect this, but she's not happy about it. Not at all. Davy, journal for the next 3 weeks. You have the world at your feet. Life is coming into balance and life is moving forward. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Listen to your intuition. Something happens around business that makes you happy. You could be taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You also may be planning travel. And you could be spending time with a Taurus or a Cancer. Georgia for the next few days. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. You'll walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. You could be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Something nice may happen around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home. Lay down the law, set boundaries if you need to. Could be spending time with a Libra or a Virgo. Romance may heat up. Not bad. Hi, Zara and Mel. Hello, hello. Pallavi, love reading. You have a wish that comes true around love moving forward with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Listen to your intuition. A wish comes true. And you're not looking back on the past. Life is moving forward. So if you're not with anyone right now, it may be new energy that's coming in, most likely. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. You also can have Sagittarius around. You may end up having choices and options around love. Butterfly kiss for the next 24 hours. Feeling ambitious to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Negativity moves into the past. Old wounds are healing and moving into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan may make you feel relieved. Listen to your intuition. Life moves forward towards greener pastures when you set boundaries. Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Mars, love. If you're feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready. And walking away from people, places, and things that you feel no longer serve you or that you find frustrating, or situations that may have weakened, will move into the past and help things move forward. Emperor in reverse here. I don't know who that is, but the suggestion here would be to try not to use manipulation to move forward with love. Manipulation may provide quick fixes in the immediate, but long term, it just makes matters worse and it backfires. Anything that's stuck and stagnant, leave it in the past and explore new options. That's what it looks like here. It looks like anything that you feel like you've wasted time with or is not going anywhere, you may just walk away from. You have a fire sign here, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and possibly a Scorpio. If you're not with anyone right now, if you are with someone right now, leaving the past in the past can help your current relationship move forward with growth, change, and transformation. Slow and steady wins the race. Sarah, on Amazon app, it shows refund is credited to the contact bank if not received, but I don't know how to contact the bank. Do you think the refund will be credited on its own? I don't know if it's been, though, I don't think. Okay, let's see. I don't think it's been yet. I think it will be. I would check your bank statement, like whatever card that you use to pay for it, go on like the app of that bank and see if you see a refund. You should see a refund, if not today, within the next couple of days. Amazon could be a real pain in the ass. So that's what I would do first. I would check, like Chase or whoever the bank is and see if it's there. If it's not there, then I would go back to Amazon. And if they don't do anything for you, this is what I had to do. I had to call my bank and have them reverse the charge because Amazon was just not giving me credit. They just were not crediting it back. I had spoken to several representatives and it was $50. If it was $12, I probably would have just said, it's not worth my time, but it was $50. And it was, what it was? It was like in the stuff that comes in a bucket that's like an odor absorber. And I got it around the time that Dylan was sick, and like that thing was leaking pus, and it smelled like sickness in here. Like it smelled like pus or whatever. Anyhow, so I got this stuff that I feel like it worked really well, but for me at the time I couldn't smell anything because I was getting over that COVID nonsense with it. I still don't have the best sense of smell. Anyway, I used to have people come here and smell it. Anyway, I think that the bucket thing worked well, but the bucket is liquid, and Amazon, like, they just throw shit. They do. I've noticed that recently the labels have been coming now saying liquid, because seltzer would come all banged up. Sometimes seltzer will have leaked out. Other liquids have leaked out. Like, it just gets thrown around like shit. And it was $50, which is a lot of money. I took pictures of the bucket busted open. I was able to save some of it and use it, but still, why should I pay $50 for something that arrived like that? Sent them the pictures. Okay, you'll see a credit. No credit. Call them up. You'll see a credit. No credit. Sent shit through email to somebody. No credit. Finally, I had to call my bank and reverse it. And my bank reversed it, and they didn't give me a hard time about it. Like 90 days later, I received a letter from my bank saying that the temporary credit was now permanent. So I would start with Amazon, and if you get nowhere, if you don't see it on the thing, go back to Amazon, and if they don't help you, just reverse the charge, because it's bullshit. You know, we spend a lot of money with Amazon. Anyway. V, love. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready, but your love life should be moving forward towards greener pastures. I don't know where you are in your love life right now, but you may have to let go of something that's no longer serving you or something that didn't turn out as planned, and then new doors open. Listen to your intuition. You have a Pisces and a Capricorn coming in. Davey, love for the rest of this month. Love for the rest of this month. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and perseverance pays off around love. You're no longer holding yourself back. You're actually headed towards the 10 cups being full, and you could find yourself in a long-term committed relationship. You've got here a Cancer, a Gemini, and possibly maybe an Earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and you have opportunity for a well-balanced, well-functioning romantic relationship to begin or move forward in this month. It's not bad. Explore your options. There seems to be options around you. Oh, you're welcome. Right, the Amazon thing was annoying. You know, if you ever have to like do a refund from them and you go in, like if you don't receive something, I ordered Avery something for her hair for the ice show. Now, I could go to CVS and buy something. If it doesn't show up, it's not the end of the world. But it said that it was going to be delivered Saturday, didn't show up. It said it was going to be delivered Sunday, hasn't shown up. But if you go in to say, well, I never received it, I want my money back, there is no option on there that says never received. It's like, why are you returning this? Is it broken? Is it not the right thing? Did you find it cheaper somewhere else? I didn't receive it. Let's see. Now they're saying it's going to come today. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I have a lot of confidence. Pisses me off. Cosmic, when my finances grow, I've been stuck in a rut for the past 2 years, just like my love life and health. Will it look like I'll be continue to be stagnant? Okay. No, things are going to move forward. Things are going to move forward. There's new beginnings on the horizon that lead to success. More money is coming in. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Teamwork is favored, and there's relief that comes in around finances. I'm never shocked when people have issues with love and money at the same time, because it could be, you know, it's like Jupiter and Venus Venus and Jupiter kind of rule those things. So it's not uncommon to be struggling with money and love at the same time. But things are going to move forward. And the one thing that we can guarantee always is that nothing ever stays the same. So yeah, things will move forward. Well, I ordered something on Amazon, and instead of putting it back on my card, they put it on a gift card. Oh my God. Well, I guess it ensures for them that you're going to buy from them again. But that should be your choice, not theirs. What dopes. Meanwhile, who's not ordering from Amazon? I'm lazy. I don't want to deal with people. I don't. I mean, if I'm going out shopping like with a friend or something, I could enjoy that. But to go out and shop, I don't want to do that. Live for December. Lay down the law, set boundaries, it'll serve you well. And if you're feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Feeling ambitious, you'll be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Anxiety eases and moves into the past, and life is moving forward towards greener pastures. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You have money coming in. I don't know if any of you have shopping to do today, but if you use Rakuten, a lot of stores are giving back like a big, like I think I got 15% back from Ulta, 15% back from um, Yankee Candle. Walmart is like 12% back. I don't know how long it's going to last. But I have a Converse too. I brought, I was like looking at sneakers because my sneakers are on their way out. Um, Avery calls them my treadmill shoes. I don't run in Converse. I run in Asics, but I just happen to see Converse. Let me, if you don't have it, if you haven't signed up for it, I believe when I did it, it was free. But like I already have like 45 bucks coming back to me. I'll post my thing. I could figure it out. You could use it in store. I've never used it in store, and I hate to say it that sometimes I forget to use it. I don't think Amazon gives you anything. Oh, Hot Topic. I ordered from a Hot Topic too for somebody, and they're like 20% back. Um, see if I could put it in here. Anyway, CVS too. Um, is I think it's at 15% too. Vicky, don't get me started with Amazon. No longer wait for you to answer, and they just leave the package on the doorstep, which then anyone can pick up. My daughter bought a game. Oh my God. They leave it here too. They don't even ring the doorbell. And it's true, anybody can pick it up, but I've never had trouble with that. I know a lot of my neighbors here have those ring cams. I don't have them. I kind of feel like because we're a complex and like we're right next door to one another, I feel like theft, even though we have had theft come here, I feel like it's a little bit less because the houses, like we're all attached. But my next door neighbors, their kitchen is right next door to my front door. So if somebody's coming up to steal something and they're in the kitchen, they also have young boys and like not real young, but there's always like young guys out here. But I could see that being an issue for a lot of people. And what happened? Did somebody steal it or that's terrible? And then they take a picture of it. Cosmic, what do you see in career for me in 25? Will GS hire me directly as perm or will I get another job elsewhere with higher pay? As of right now, I think GS is going to hire you permanently. You also may have a part-time or a temporary job in 2025 that could be bringing in extra money, that could be serving a good purpose. I don't know if it's like paying off a bill of debt or a loan or taking all that money and putting it into the bank, but whatever it is, something that you do part-time or on the side, maybe bringing in extra money in 2025. It looks better. It looks like a better year financially. To the wrong address, it was only because our address was on the lady was nice. Otherwise, who knows? They could have kept and denied. But don't they take a picture of it? Because you know what happens to us all the time here. These buildings are all have their own number, but each building is well. These three buildings here have 10 units. but there's a number one in this building, there's a number one in that building, and like they all have a number one. So a lot of times I'll get packages for number 8 in the next building, and I just bring them down there. And vice versa. Sometimes my groceries get delivered all the way down there, and I got to get the stroller and go down there with the stroller to pick the stuff up. But they send a picture so I know where it is. One time they sent a picture and I didn't even recognize the place. So I have no idea where that food went that time, but Instacart just sent me another order, which I thought was really nice. Then I realized afterwards there's a high-end restaurant. It just recently, unfortunately, closed. A high-end restaurant right across the street. And I use that as like, I tell people, put that in as your destination, because for whatever reason, the GPS sometimes takes them to a different town. I don't know why that is, but that's what the GPS does. So like, that's a good landmark. I guess the person didn't read that I'm across the street from the restaurant. I think they left it at the restaurant, which was kind of dumb. Like, why would a restaurant order Instacart? But whatever. Oh, I never used Afterpay. That's nice. Chase has been doing that for me, which I don't know. I kind of have mixed feelings about it because sometimes I forget. Like, if I pay my car insurance with my debit card on my Chase account, it'll say that, oh, you could break this into 4 payments. That's not bad. Oh, you had a van rob. Oh my God. Well, we had somebody come in here and cut out a catalytic converter out of somebody's car. And I thought that was pretty brave, especially because the car was all the way down at the other side. But it happened in the middle of the night. Cosmic, I'm so broke, I need a second job. Everybody's in the same situation. Everyone's in the same situation. That's why I'm saying if you have any shopping to do for anything, it would be a good idea to do it today, because especially on Rakuten, with the points are up so high, you get a good amount back. Like, you get $15 back if you spend 100. You know, and you could, like, they have all kinds of stores there, so you can, you know, if you need like pajamas or underwear or anything like that. And Yankee Candle is also having a pretty good sale. I feel like those always make good gifts. Cancer, are things over between me and Jay? I still see this person as around you, so I don't believe so. Of course, you could always end things, but as of right now, no, I think this person's still showing up around you. Cosmic, Afterpay is awesome. Same with Klarna. I've been making my purchases with them. Oh, okay, okay. But it's like a fucking shame that people have to do that, right? I know. I had seen somebody, I don't know if it was on TV or where it was, somebody said that last year people like took on credit card debt to buy Christmas gifts. And I was like, don't we do that every year? Anybody have that kind of money laying around to go out and buy gifts for people? Anyhow, I'm trying my best to like pay off what I'm putting on, but you know, it's damn near impossible. Liz, for the next 24 hours. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. Disappointments heal and move into the past. A new journey begins. You may reconnect with an old friend or someone you haven't seen in a while. Listen to your intuition. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. The solution to a problem is in front of you. You'll figure it out before the end of the 24 hours. Liz, love, general. Walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you can help your love life move forward. You do have romance coming in around a well balanced, well functioning relationship. Could be with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or possibly a Libra. You have long term potential around your next relationship and some good karma coming back as to where, like, as far as love is concerned. Explore your options. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs when it comes to love. That can help things move forward as well. New love. Perseverance pays off around love, makes a wish come true around a committed relationship. If you're already with this person, things look good. If you're not with anyone, you have an Aries coming in, or air, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, although Libra comes up the strongest. Explore your options leads to success around love, and don't stand for less than you want or deserve. Um, Cancer, when do you see me in Libra speaking again? Maybe within the next 3 weeks. Cosmic, do you still see Keith and Geo in my energy? I know I have to disconnect, especially starting in the new year. I want new people in my life. I don't feel like Geo will reach. Higher chance that Keith will breadcrumb. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the cards agree with that. You'll hear from both these people eventually, but there is a higher chance that you'll hear from Keith. And you're right, it would be breadcrumbs. And the other, okay, the situations are different. The one guy looks like he may be stuck in some kind of a situation. Like he could have somebody around him who's a little bit on the narcissistic side, and he kind of goes along with whatever it is he's got to go along with to save his own hide. And then this guy reads like he likes keeping you hanging on the line because it's good for his ego, but at the same time he kind of feels guilty about it, so that may be when he takes time away from the situation. But at some point you'll hear from both of them. But you're right, not much is happening with either of them if you're looking at the big picture. Davy, general for the rest of this month. General for the rest of this month. Listen to your intuition. Intuition is heightened and you have success coming in around work, school, or business. The disappointment's healing and moving into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Money comes in, finances improve, and you may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Not bad. Cosmic, Geo married a controlling woman this summer, and Keith is just a breadcrumber. Yep. The controlling, oh God. I can't get behind that controlling woman thing, only because I feel like if you have to control somebody's behavior, then like if you have to control what somebody does, then obviously they're not fully vested in their situation. And if you have to control them, they're not really yours, right? Like if I have to force you to do something for me and you don't really want to do it out of the goodness of your own heart, then I don't really want you to do it for me. You know what I mean? Like I don't want you to like buy me flowers because I tell you to buy me flowers. I want you to see something that reminds me of you on a random Tuesday, and you pick the flowers out in the woods, whatever. Do you see what I'm saying? So I don't understand those controlling women, but I know all about it. Anyhow. Tanya, general. Tanya, hello, beautiful. General for this week. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Life is moving forward and you're ready for it. You get good news that comes in around work, school, or business. Money comes in, finances improve. Something happens that makes you happy with the sun over here, and you could have a new journey that begins. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, and you have like money coming in, which is bringing life back into balance. Not bad. Should be a pretty decent week. Summer love, general. You have money coming in, finances are improving, and the solution to a problem is in front of you. Before the end of the month, you'll figure it out. You may have choices and options coming in around social activity. Something nice may happen around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home, maybe spending time with an Aries. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Not bad. Jay, me and Brianna, Aries. Good. You've got good communication coming in, and you may be spending time together. Listen to your intuition. Slow and steady wins the race, but things look pretty stable. Pretty good. My God, I'm down to my last 2 cans of seltzer. That's a travesty. I think I have more coming tomorrow, but I might have to get some. Infinity, did Leo spend Thanksgiving with his person and family? Most likely. Infinity, did me and Leo almost bump into each other last Wednesday at the airport in our hometown? I don't think that you did. Tanya, romance coming in. Cause for celebration comes in around having choices and options around romance. You have Earth here, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You also could have a Leo and possibly Sagittarius. If you're feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready, but your love life could change for you for the better quickly. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah. My grandma said to me before. Where did that go? Hang on. You have hate in your heart. What did she mean by that? That she feels that you're harboring animosity for somebody, and that when you have anger or hate towards somebody else, somebody, something, doesn't have to always be a person. It could be a situation or a job, whatever. That it really only hurts you. It's like not forgiving somebody. you're the only person that really suffers. So you may be suffering because you haven't let go of something yet. Whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Infinity, no chance anymore of romance with Leo and I. Well, I would never say never to anything because things change. But as of right now, I don't know when the last time was you spoke to this person. It looks like there's great distance between the two of you. I would say as of right now, I don't see much happening between the two of you. JJ, how'd my clinic evaluation go with the teacher L? I feel like I've fucked up and I'm nervous. Okay, let's see. Well, you've got success coming in. Things are moving forward successfully. So I think it's going to go better than you think. Kan-chan, general. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Listen to your intuition. A new journey begins. You could have paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, and money coming in makes you feel relief around finances. You may be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Macy, can I get general for this week? New beginnings are on the horizon, and you may have choices and options around social activity. Listen to your intuition, and life moves forward. Money comes in, finances improve. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Mary, general. Disappointments heal and move into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success around work, school, or business. You have money coming in. You could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Maybe spending time with a Taurus. Could be spending time with a Scorpio. Life moves forward towards greener pastures. Negativity moves into the past. Not bad. Lose love. What changes come into my life by the end of the year? Maybe walking away from something or someone that you feel no longer serves you. Life comes into balance. Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Money may be coming in and you may be planning travel. Kara, will I be able to find the money to go to BPP next year? I'm worried as my dad seems hesitant to finance my education. Okay, let's see. I think you're going to get the money together, though. Maggie, love for December. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and anything that's out of balance or no longer functioning will probably move into the past, and you'll walk away from it. You're no longer holding yourself back, and life is moving forward. You've got fire here, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. A wish comes true. Don't be afraid to set boundaries if you feel like somebody is overstepping. Martesha, messages for today and tomorrow. Messages for today and tomorrow. Feeling ambitious to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Listen to your intuition. Disappointments heal and move into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success. The world is at your feet. Something nice may happen around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home, whatever it is, it will be positive. And you may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Could be spending time with a Cancer. Emily, near future for Jane and me. Near future for Jane and me. Lay down the law, set boundaries. It'll serve you well. Communication comes in or picks up. You should be spending time together, and there may be choices and options around social activity coming in. Pretty good. Cinnamon for this week. Anxiety eases and moves into the past with choices and options around social activity. You're not looking back on the past. Life is moving forward. Money comes in, finances improve. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Perseverance pays off around career. M&M, general. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. You may be planning travel. If you've had an argument or a disagreement with someone, it should resolve itself and move into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon. Paying off a bill of debt or a loan can make you feel relieved. RK, what does tarot want me to know? Cause for celebration comes in around standing up for yourself, setting boundaries, stepping into your confidence and your independence. Life moves forward. Negativity moves into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Paying off a bill of debt or a loan could make you feel relief. You have money coming in. Mihak, general. You may be planning travel. Something nice may happen around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. Listen to your intuition. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Life's moving forward. Not too bad. Tanya, me and Mike Sagittarius. Me and Mike Sagittarius. Well, you've got communication coming in, and he's probably going to want to get together. You have things around this situation that have potential to lead to a committed relationship, and it could be quite successful, but that'll be your choice. And then me and A, the Aries. Me and A, the Aries. Got romance that could heat up. We've got the Knight of Cups and the Empress. Life could be moving forward. The relationship may be strengthening. Communication comes in or picks up. You should be seeing one another. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs around the situation, and life could move forward. Not bad. Kritika, love for this week. I don't see all that much happening. Depends where you are in your love life. If you're currently with someone, things are a little bit out of balance, and you may feel like there's lack of perseverance, and you may even feel like things are unsuccessful. If you're not with anyone, there's probably not all that much happening this week in love. Anu, Kemlish, who posted the Instagram story for Sumya, did he post the story to show me or to show ex-Pooja? He didn't post it for anybody. He just posted it. Like, he posted it for himself. Like, it was what he was doing. It was what they were doing, so he posted it. Magician's Heart, general. You may be feeling better, compensated, better respected around work, school, or business, and you have some good money coming in. Slow and steady wins the race, but you'll walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Somebody could make you an offer this week that would be hard to turn down. Cause for celebration comes in around a side business, side project, or side hobby that could end up bringing in more money. Migu for the next 3 days. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. Old wounds heal and move into the past. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Lay down the law, set boundaries. It'll serve you well. Life comes into balance. Money comes in. Life is moving forward and you're ready for it. Not bad. Not too bad. Jasmine, what will happen between Lewis and I? I'm going to the movie with him Friday. I'm a Libra and I don't know what his sign is. Okay, let's see. Well, it looks like right now that it could be casually dating or getting to know one another. It looks relatively positive. Feeling grounded and stable, down to earth. There's more to come. Let's see what happens. It looks like it's got potential to go somewhere. Dr. Sony, general overall. General for overall. Life comes into balance, and a disappointment heals and moves into the past. Feeling a little bit more financially secure. You've got money coming in, and you're paying off a bill of debt or a loan, or feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. You may be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Could be thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study, maybe a Pisces. Empress is bringing in love and money or more of it. Starfall for the upcoming 2 days. Somebody may make you an offer that will be hard to turn down. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and anxiety heals. The hard work you put into work, school, or business comes back and pays off. Maybe spending time with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Don't be afraid to set boundaries if you feel like somebody is overstepping. Amen for the rest of the week with O. Rest of the week with O could be a little slow. Justice is in reverse. You may feel a little bit like things are kind of out of balance. Nothing terrible is happening. It just may be a slow week. There is pretty decent communication coming in. Anthony, my parents encouraged me to apply for a government's job, but I'm not fond of that. I'm not happy because I still can't get a job in a private company. Do you see where I will get the offer, government or private? I think that it's going to end up being private. I mean, who knows? Sometimes people, like I've known plenty of people that have had to take like a job that they didn't want just until the other job that they wanted opened up. Like I had a friend who wanted to be a cop, and before she could get on the force or before she could get called for the test, she was a nanny for 5 kids. Imagine that. Not even, you don't even want to know. 5 kids. Anyway. So you could take the government job in the meanwhile, but I think ultimately long term it would be for a private company. Eric, what will this week be like for me? This week looks pretty good. You're feeling grounded and stable. You may get good news that comes in around work, school, or business. Life's moving forward and you're ready for it. You're taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You're listening to your intuition and you're feeling grounded and stable. Vicky, general for tomorrow. Energy around tomorrow looks pretty good. Disappointments are healing and moving into the past, and you're feeling like grounded and stable. You have good news coming in. You may be taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Could hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from. Not too bad. Amy for the next 5 days for Sunny. Anxiety is easing. He or she could be connecting with an old friend or someone they haven't seen in a while. Somebody from their past is returning. Negativity is moving into the past. An old wound is healing and moving into the past. They're listening to their intuition, and their life is moving forward towards greener pastures. They may choose to walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve them. Aisha, is Chris mad that I didn't tell him when I had moved without him knowing? I don't think he's mad. I think he's curious as to why you wouldn't tell him. Ruchi, what's coming in next in love for me? Disappointments heal and move into the past, but if you're feeling undecided, don't make any decisions until you're ready. You do have long-term commitment around your next relationship. Lay down the law, set boundaries. It'll serve you well. Could be with a Leo, could be with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or possibly Sagittarius. Listen to your intuition and your love life moves forward. Rosa, love for 25. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. If you're undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready, but negativity and nonsense will move into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon. If you're not with anyone right now, you have a Leo and a Libra coming in that could have long-term potential. If you're already with someone and you're content, leave the past in the past and your current relationship comes into balance and strengthens. Old wounds heal and move into the past and life moves forward. JJ, I don't know what's with my aura or energy. I attract situations where teachers kind of bust me or try to catch me making mistakes. So tired of it, trying to change it. M. Lourdes, I have a teacher training tomorrow. Me as the teacher, how will it go? It goes well. You've got success coming in. The hard work you put in comes back to you and pays off. Listen to your intuition. Nav, general for December. General for December. Life could change for you for the better quickly when you lay down the law and set boundaries. A wish comes true. You may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Could be spending time with a Capricorn or a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You may have choices and options that come in around social activity. Life's moving forward and you're ready for it. Finances could even be improving. Infinity, when will I hear from Leo? I don't see communication coming in on the horizon here. Looks like things are a little out of balance between the two of you. If you want to speak to Leo, I would reach out to them rather than wait. Daria, will Hans ever reach out and communicate his feelings to me? I would never say never, but it doesn't look like that's on the horizon right now. Things look out of balance around this situation. That may kind of stress you out. If you want to talk to him, I would reach out to him and bring up this subject. Emily, general for the next 10 days. Anxiety eases and moves into the past, but if you're feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Negativity moves into the past. Old wounds heal. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan could make you feel relieved, and you may be planning travel. Virta, love for this week. slow and steady wins the race this week. If you're currently with someone, it'll be a pleasant week, well-balanced and well-functioning, but nothing super exciting. If you're not with anyone, there probably won't be all that much happening this week around love. I'm running to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Oh my God, look at how cute you are, Cyrus. Let me put the blanket on you. Oh, you comfortable, buddy? Oh, that's a good boy. There you go. You rest. You're the cutest. Put your head down, buddy. I miss taking naps with Dylan in the afternoon. Like years ago when I was teaching crazy hours. I have like a 6 a.m. class. And then I would have a break. I would come home and take a nap with Dylan. And he was the best guy to take a nap with. This guy's pretty good too, but Dylan would get right in there. You never had to ask him twice. Hey, Dylan, you want to take a nap? Lift up the blanket. He went right under. Mega love. Okay, when it comes to love, life is moving forward, not backwards. So if you're not with anyone right now, there's probably going to be new energy coming in. You're walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Empress is bringing in love and money or more of it. Listen to your intuition. If you're not with anyone, you could have a Gemini or a water sign coming in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. If you're currently with someone, leave the past in the past, and your current relationship should be functioning better. Zara, me and Janice in love. It looks like things may be a little bit slow, but communications coming in are picking up, and you should be spending time together. Listen to your intuition and don't be afraid to express your wants and needs around love. You should be spending time together. Things look a little slow, but okay, pretty well functioning. Liz, general between me and JM. Things look a little slow here. The Fool is in reverse, which can indicate that something may need to get resolved. Something may come out around the situation that needs to be dealt with or resolved before things could move forward. Things are a little out of balance, but communication may provide answers. Listen to your intuition and don't be afraid to express your wants and needs around the situation. Things look a little slow, which is okay. Tanya, me and Edward the Capricorn, I'm well hydrated. Excellent. Glad to hear it. That's so funny. I mean, I like him. He's grounded, he's stable, he's consistent. It looks like there's good communication between the two of you. He looks forward to seeing you as much as you look forward to seeing him. And who knows, it's through like divine guidance, things could move forward with him. You got a new journey here around the situation. It looks pretty good. He's hysterical with that water. Mimi, do you see Virgo Jr. being open to a conversation after my text messages sometime this week? He could be. You have a slight chance that he would be open to communicating. His thing is that he feels like it's the same old argument over and over again. So it's almost like he's reluctant to have the conversation again. But you have chance. Yeah, that could be. He could be willing. Anthony, I think she's a good kid, but she's also only 5. She's going to be 5. So I don't know what she's going to be like when she's like 10. Like that, we may be talking about a different kind of person. Right now, like she thinks I'm the best thing. Like all day long, she tells me how great I am. I don't know if she's going to feel like that all the time. That could change. That may change. But right now, yeah, she's pretty good. Like she doesn't give me a hard time about like getting up for school or getting up to go ice skating. She gets up. She gives me a hard time going to bed at night, but most kids do. And she does get up in the morning, so she's pretty good. She's pretty good. She doesn't really like get into a whole lot of trouble. Like she does things sometimes that are not good, but for the most part, like if I'm in here doing this, like she'll watch TV or she'll play on the iPad or she'll play with her toys. She doesn't usually get into things. Like the rough years is like 18 months to like 2.5 years where they don't really listen and like they kind of wander around and they're putting things in their mouth. Like those are tough. But now it's like she knows not to put things in her mouth and she doesn't really get into stuff that she shouldn't. But that may change. I worked in a school where it was from 4th to 6th grade. So the kids were like 8 and 9 and then like between 8 and 12. And like the 8-year-olds were so much easier. Once you got to like the 12-year-olds, like they all had an attitude. They all thought they knew better. They could be nasty. Where like the little ones were like, they were fine. So I don't want to speak too soon. Mountain, Cappy in my energy towards me right now. As of right now, I don't see a Capricorn here. I see a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, a Cancer, and a Gemini. Old wounds are healing and moving into the past, walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Life is moving forward towards greener pastures. If you're feeling something or picking up something, I would believe that, but the cards aren't showing it as of right now. So who knows? Maybe that person was thinking about you or talking about you or something. Avery at 10, maybe more calm, maybe. Yeah, a little less energy. Holy good God. I always laugh every time because Avery's got 3 brothers, but they're grown. They're old men. And their mom told me, like when Avery was born, I'm warning you, these kids have a lot of energy. And I was like, yeah. Oh yeah, huh? Now every time I'm like, I hear a voice in my head, I'm like, there were no truer words that have ever been spoken. Just like, I'm warning you now. They got a lot of energy. Oh yeah. I mean, where do you get that energy from? I don't remember as a kid having that kind of energy. Maybe I did, but I don't remember. I actually think, could be a generational thing, that I was a little bit on the dehydrated side and always a little tired. That's what I think. Mimi, do you see JR Virgo and I reconciling this week? Chance seems slim. Things look slow. Kimon, general. You have choices and options that come in around social activity. You may be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or a Libra. A wish comes true. Listen to your intuition. Life comes into balance. Old wounds heal and move into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon that could lead to more money coming in 2025. Nat, general for DB. This person may be paying off a bill of debt or a loan. They could be walking away from people, places, and things that they feel no longer serve them. They may feel like life is moving forward, or they could feel like they're turning a corner, feeling ambitious. They'll be able to accomplish whatever they set their mind to between now and the end of the year. They could have choices and options around social activity. Sean, will I get the money from Florida by the end of next week? The chance is a little bit on the slim side. I'm only getting a 33% chance yes, so I'm reluctant to say yes. Lady Sunshine for the next 7 days. Life changes for you for the better quickly when you stand your ground. Old wounds heal and move into the past. You may be spending time with an Aries. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Feeling ambitious to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Lay down the law, set boundaries, and you may be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Dehydrated, have water. I actually do have seltzer here. I'm no longer dehydrated. But I feel like when we were kids, we never really drank water. I don't really feel like we drank anything. For me, like in kindergarten, they would give us milk. I hated milk. I wouldn't drink it. I think the entire day while I was in school, I never drank anything. The only water you had in school was from the water fountain, and nobody drank out of that. I mean, after recess we did, but you got like a sip. That sucked. Now it's like I'm working in this school, and not now, but I did before Avery was born, and every kid had a water bottle. I send Avery to school with a water bottle. She probably drinks more water in one day with her water bottle than I drank my entire childhood. My mom was anti-soda. We never had soda in the house. Um, we could have soda, like if we went out for pizza, we could have soda when we were out. And she bought things like Diet Coke, but nobody wants to drink that. Like, not the Diet Coke now may be okay, but the kind that she bought way back when we were really little. It wasn't Diet Coke. It may have been like RC or Diet Right or some kind of crazy bullshit that tasted nasty. Um, and neither my brother or I are soda drinkers now. I like to have, like, I will have a Diet Coke if I go out for, like, pizza sometimes, but I would never buy it and bring it home. It's not my thing. I don't I don't ever remember really drinking much of anything in high school. Like, I didn't bring a water bottle to school in high school, I'll tell you that right now. I may have had Aquanet. I definitely didn't have any water. I did read New Love. Yes, Adonis. That I did. New Love, I answered. JJ, I answered. Let's see here. Who haven't I answered for? Brenda, I didn't answer for. Brenda, general for the rest of the day. For the rest of the day, life moves forward towards greener pastures when you listen to your intuition. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Teamwork is favored. You can get good news coming in around work, school, or business. You may be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Lay down the law, set boundaries. Zahia, how will my December go? December looks good. You've got life changes for you for the better quickly. You may have choices and options around social activity. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Cause for celebration comes in around finances improving. You could be planning travel. Tab Cola. My mom drank it, Tanya. Yep. That was another one. Now, not recently, but a few years back when I was still had my day job, I remember buying it because supposedly it had much more caffeine than regular soda. And I guess I wanted to get jacked up on caffeine. I don't know, but I bought it and it's gross. They've since discontinued it. The color of the can was cool, but it is gross. But I remember my mom buying it in the 2 liter bottle, which I don't know when they discontinued that, but that hasn't been around here in years. The only thing that we had around here was the 6 pack. And even that was hard to come by. I think it was sweetened with saccharin. That's why it was gross. Lucky, general. You have money coming in or a new job or business opportunity that could be bringing in more money. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. You may be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Paying off a bill of debt or a loan could make you feel relief. You may be planning travel. You do have some nice money coming in. That's pretty good. Mimi, Junior, and me for this week. You might be feeling disappointed around this situation being slow. It does look like there's an argument here. So if you recently had an argument, that could be that's why things are slow. Or it could be that there's another argument coming in. It looks as if there's distance between the two of you. Like two people that aren't on the same page, or the same old argument just keeps resurfacing over and over again. I don't see much, like there's not much around the situation that's changing. The situation is just kind of stays like this until somebody decides to leave it. JJ, I don't see the question yet, so I'm going to answer 4. Camus, love coming in. You have growth, change, and transformation coming in and around love. If you're already with someone, if you're not with anyone, you'll have choices and options coming in around love. You have a Gemini, an Aries, and a Scorpio coming in. Life is moving forward towards greener pastures successfully. So if you're not with anyone right now, it's probably going to be new energy that comes in, not old energy. Brightest day, will Julie be coming around to talk to me? Yeah, there is incoming communication between the two of you. Isabella, will I get a new job this week? You do have a new job coming in. I can't swear it's going to be this week, but within the next couple of weeks, yes, you should have a new job. Butterfly A, general. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, and negativity moves into the past. Life comes into balance. Your luck changes for you for the better quickly. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Life moves forward. Not bad. JJ, what are the cards can tell me to work on or to do better to improve my energy for school? I feel like I work hard and practice my self-confidence, but I still brings out situations where I'm caught by teachers, or I make mistakes, or I say things which is misunderstood. Well, it's like, these are things, like the cards can't tell you how to change those things. You need to figure out how to change them. So if you're getting caught doing something, it means you're doing something. You're not going to get caught, like you don't get caught stealing if you're not stealing. So if you're getting caught doing something that you shouldn't be doing or not doing something the right way, then you have to change that so that there is nothing that you can get caught doing. As far as confidence comes in time. There's no secret to confidence. When I was struggling with confidence with when I was teaching yoga, or I was about to start teaching yoga, I was in a position where there were first of all, there were mainly women that were going to be teaching, and I have a hard time with women. I could do much better dealing with men. And these women could be pushy, and I knew that those women didn't have, like, they weren't supporting themselves with the money they were going to make from yoga. Like, they were doing it because they wanted to do it, but they were being supported basically by their husbands, which is fine. I'm not saying anything negative about that. But for me, I was going to be teaching and I was going to be paying my bills with it. So to me, I was like a little bit more, like, I felt like I had more riding on it than the average person in that particular situation. And even with my friend who wanted to teach full time, that I met her through the teacher training, even for her, like, she was living at home with her parents. So it's like, for me, I needed this job. I didn't need it, right? Because I had other jobs, but I wanted this to be how I brought in my income. Anyway, and my teacher said to me, my teacher was not somebody who, like, you're not going to give her a lot of excuses. And I feel like I'm a lot like her. That's why her and I think got along. Like, you're not going to give me a lot of like excuses and I'm going to say, oh, it's too hard for you. Oh, yeah, you had a bad day. Okay, don't do it. Like, to me, that doesn't help anyone. And my teacher was the same way. And I feel like my ice skating instructor is the same. Like, she'll tell me to do something. She doesn't ask me, oh, do you want to do it? You want to try it? See, you think you can do it? She just tells me to do it. And I do it. When it came to me and my self-confidence, I felt like everybody was better than me. Everybody was better respected than me. Everybody was more important than me. And I felt like I was going to fade into the shadows and nobody was going to ever see me again. And my teacher said to me, she said, you do it to yourself. She said, you come in here, you're in the back corner, you make yourself as small as you can be, you act like you slide in and you slide out as fast as you can, like nobody even knows that you were really here. And you do it to yourself. You do whatever you can to minimize yourself or to make yourself as small as possible. She was right. That's exactly what I did. She's like, you're a presence. You know what you're doing. You know how to speak. You know how to do this. I can't give you confidence. You just have to do it. But she's like, you have to stop sneaking in and sneaking out to where nobody sees you. She told me that the owner of the studio used to call me the yoga ninja because I was in, I was out, and like nobody even knew I was there. And they were right. That's exactly how I was. Because at the time in my life, I felt like I didn't even feel human. I felt like I was a stray dog that was eating out of dumpsters and that everybody was kicking around. So, in a weird, bizarre way, it's like I felt like if I snuck in fast and I left before anybody noticed, then it was okay that I could be there and nobody was going to tell me to leave. That's terrible. That's terrible to feel like that. That's how I felt. And that was going to come through in my teaching if I didn't knock it off. Right? And because of who I am, being like a people pleaser, in my head it was like I couldn't let her down. Like she was telling me what I was doing and what I needed to change, and it's like if I didn't do it, I would be letting her down. So I just did it. And I do the same thing with myself now with ice skating. I'm like, stop thinking about it. Stop thinking that everybody else can do it. Just fucking do it. Just do it. And what's going to happen? What's going to happen? So, as far as confidence is concerned, you're going to get confidence the more you do it. But if you're trying to please everyone and never make a mistake, that's not like I've made mistakes. I got in trouble at yoga. I had to take responsibility. There was one time where I ended the class too early, and I ended the class too early. The clock in the room was wrong. It was a disaster. But you know what? It happens to everybody. And everybody has a bad class. Everybody makes a mistake. And I myself too felt just like you. Like there were times I was targeted and other people wouldn't have been targeted. Here's an example. I know like I'm going off here, but I think that it's relevant. This was 2015, and it was right at the time that I had just leased the Beetle and I had just lost my job at the grocery store. So this was a very vulnerable time for me. Like financially, it was vulnerable, but and also because I had been working at that store since I was a kid, and it was like a second home to me. It was a big loss. Um, and the owners, they he's from New Jersey, but she's Australian, and they had moved to Australia, but this particular 2 weeks in the summer, 2 or 3 weeks, whatever it was, they were here visiting, and I think they were doing a teacher training here, whatever it was. And they were very good at sneaking in, like not letting you know that they were coming and just showing up. Not that we were doing anything wrong. Like I wasn't doing anything wrong, but just being taken by surprise, like and even like very experienced teachers would get like taken back when they would see him in the class, not knowing that he was even in the country, like anyway. So one morning I was teaching a 6 a.m. class, and I was going through a teacher training at this time. And we had a teacher's box, and all the teachers used to sit on the box and give like the talk in the beginning. I wasn't a big talker, like I didn't do that, but especially at 6 o'clock in the morning, because you feel like people are coming in to get in like a good workout and then leave. They have to go to work. They don't really want to listen to you. So I wouldn't do that in the morning, but I had learned something new in the teacher training that I had done the day before. And I wanted to explain to them what I was doing. And I also wanted feedback because if they didn't like it, we wouldn't do it again. And I was sitting on the teacher's box explaining it to them. Like it was a posture or a flow that was supposed to stimulate the kidneys. And I wanted to explain this to them. Well, the owner, she walks in to the studio, not into the yoga room, and she walks past and she sees me sitting down. I don't think anything of it because every teacher I've ever taken a class with has sat down. So I leave, and then she makes a comment about the radio not being on, like, "Oh, you don't put the radio on," or something like that. And I do put the radio on. I do. I always have a playlist, but there was a reason why I didn't have the radio playing when she came in, and it was because number one, I was talking to the students, and I don't blast the music at 6 a.m. because the students don't want that. Like the students are like, "I'd rather sit in a quiet room." Like I know my audience because I've been teaching that class a long time. And now had she just said to me, "Oh, that's what she said." She said, is the radio broken?" And I was like, "No, it's fine." But if she could have just said to me, "Why aren't you playing the music?" And I would have told her. But that's not what she said. Once again, we go back to manipulation, right? Manipulating. Trying to let me know I should have had the radio on without just saying it to me. And then I would have said, these guys don't like the radio on in the morning. Whatever. So, anyhow. So now the next day, I'm at another studio that they own, but in a different town. And I'm teaching the Pilates class. And the Pilates class, I always demonstrate the series of 5 on the teacher's block. And I show them how to do it, right? I show them, we pull this in and so whatever. She walks by and sees me sitting down again. Well, let me tell you that she didn't do it. She had her managers do it. She had one of the managers in that studio read me the riot act that I was going to be fired. We're not going to fire you now, but you're in trouble and how dare you do this? And I was crying. I just leased a car. I had no idea I had done anything wrong. Other teachers that I saw had sat down. I was explaining what I was doing. It wasn't like I was just sitting down. Then I get back to the other studio that the radio situation happened. And I'm not kidding you. On the front desk, underneath the glass, printed out as big as day. If you are caught sitting on the teacher's block, the teacher's box will be removed while you're teaching. And I know that that was written for me. And I know that I was a target. I'm telling you right now that if one of those women with the rich husbands were in there sitting on the block, nothing would have been said because they were all buddy buddy, and that's fine. I was targeted because of who I was. There's nothing I could do about it. So you know what? I never once sat down again. Never once. I don't care if my feet were burning. I would never sit down. I don't care if I was talking. I would never sit down. The only time I sat down was when I was very, very pregnant at the end of my pregnancy. And at that point, I didn't care. I was like, what are you going to do to me? But I had to just digest that this was the situation. And sometimes people are assholes. And sometimes it's because of who you are and the circumstances that you are. It shows more about the other person than it does you. Because people make mistakes. And if I had ever been told anywhere along the lines that I couldn't sit down to explain something, I wouldn't have. But that was never told to me that you can't sit down and give a Dharma talk. Every other teacher fucking does it. Every other one. Why was I being targeted? Because you can. That's why. That's all it came down to. Is because you felt like you could push me around. So and what am I going to do about it? Nothing. Did it piss me off? Yeah. And I actually had a discussion about it with one of the other managers. And I said that I feel like I'm being targeted because of who I am, because I don't speak up or I eat a lot of shit, which is the truth. Because I would get to a studio, the place would be fucking turned upside down. I would clean up the whole thing. And then they would nitpick that the music wasn't on or something when I had a valid reason for why the music wasn't on. But there's not really much that you can do about that. The only thing that you can do is do what you should be doing. Try not to make mistakes. We're human. We're going to make mistakes. And be confident in who you are. And as you grow and progress, you're going to care less and less about what people say. Because now it's my choice whether or not I go and work for them, right? Now when they ask me to sub, I have a choice. I say yes or I say no, but I don't rely on them the way that I did. And I'm glad because, it's like sometimes people they can do it, so they do it. And that's shitty, but that's the way people are. And this is not the only example that I can give you. I can give you a lot of examples, but where I felt like this big. I felt this big. Like I felt like you wouldn't punish a fucking 8th grader like that. You wouldn't put a note like that for a fucking 13-year-old. But me as a grown woman teaching all over God's creation that you send me, and I never tell you no. You totally put that there to embarrass me. And there was nothing I could do about it. There really wasn't. What was I going to do about it? Anyway, I'm sorry that took so long, but I hope that you realize that it's not you. It's that other person thinks they can do it to you. And so, sometimes it is us. Like the time I ended the class early. I mean, that was a whole other situation. We just got hit with a bad hurricane. I was having a hard time getting to the studio. The phones weren't working. I couldn't reach anyone. I was frazzled when I got there. But That's a different situation. Anyway, so I'm sorry that that took so long. Kiara, will Jay reach out to R by the rest of December? Will Jay reach out to R? I think Jay's going to reach out, yeah. Most likely, yes. Yvonne, I took back a step on dating apps and dating as a whole. Anything good coming to me next year in terms of love? Yeah, you do have new opportunities coming in. You have an Aries coming in. You have a Cancer coming in. Disappointments are healing and moving into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success. You could find yourself in a committed relationship sometime. I'm going to say maybe the spring of next year. Michelle, when will I hear from my ex, Ryan? No contact situation. Okay, let's see. Things as of right now look out of balance. I don't see much communication coming in here on the horizon. If you want to speak to him, I would reach out to him rather than wait, because things are out of balance and slow. It could take some time, but that's your choice. You don't have to. You'll hear from him eventually. I can't give you a time frame though, because I don't see it. Spiritually beautiful. If I don't accuse Kay my person, will he stop talking to the other females? No, one thing has nothing to do with the other. Like, you accusing him is not making him talk to other women. He's talking to other women. Charlie, is Leo planning on returning to work after her sick note ends? As of right now, yes, but I'm not confident that she's going to follow through with it. Emin, I don't think I read for you. I would ask about the change in the upcoming days, especially I will leave last day of work, feeling uncomfortable. Okay, let's see. You're feeling uncomfortable about leaving. It does show, though, that you are moving forward. Life is moving forward towards greener pastures. Old wounds are healing and life is moving forward. New beginnings are on the horizon. Listen to your intuition. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Slow and steady wins the race. You might feel uncomfortable because it's like not something that happens every day and it's different. It's a change. But I think you're going to be okay, and I think you're going to be happy with this change. Mrs. K, how will things go if I stay with my husband? Well, nothing is changing around the situation. Things look a little out of balance because you've got justice in reverse and you have a little bit of anxiety. But I don't see anything terrible here either. So it really depends on how you feel about the relationship right now. If you're looking for things to change, you're probably going to be disappointed, and that could cause anxiety. If you're okay with the way that things are right now, or you can manage to deal with the way things are, like not much is changing around the situation. You sort of already know what you got going on. I got to tell you, I don't see a breakup as of right now, so I don't see you deciding to leave as of right now. Crow's Nest, love for the near future. Is there anyone coming in for me? Yep, you've got new options. You've got disappointments, healing, and moving into the past, and long-term potential around your next relationship, which could be with a Capricorn. It looks like it would be new energy coming in. Walking away from, disconnecting with people, places, and things that no longer serve you can change your life for the better quickly and bring in a committed relationship. You also have water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Be wise, general, for this week. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Listen to your intuition. You have new beginnings on the horizon that lead to success. The world is at your feet. You may be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and you could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan that may make you feel relieved. Girly, general for December. General for December. You may have choices and options that come in around like social activity. Teamwork is favored. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Anxiety heals and moves into the past. You have new beginnings on the horizon. Something out of the blue, fun and exciting may happen, and you could be planning travel. Not bad. Red, how'd S do on her test? Will she make it into the F program? I think she will make it to the program. It looks like she does well on the test. Cause for celebration. Miss K, do you see a new person interested in dating me? You could have an Aries around or a Gemini, but you're going to come to a crossroads where you're going to have to make a decision whether you want to move forward or stay where you are. You haven't gotten there yet. Once you make that decision, then you could have new energy coming in. Like, in other words, if you get divorced, you're not going to be single forever unless that's something that you choose. But you'll have new opportunities that come in. Lay down the law, set boundaries. It'll serve you well. Spiritually beautiful. He told you that because you accuse him. Women, that's gaslighting. That's gaslighting. I mean, you don't trust him, and you feel like he's going to be taken from you. That energy goes out into the universe, and it manifests. I don't want to say that that's your fault, because you haven't worked through whatever those issues are that make you feel like somebody is going to get taken from you. But if all of your energy is focused on, this is going to be taken from me, this is going to be taken from me, how am I going to hold on to this, how am I going to hold on to this, what is she doing, who is this, like, that goes out into the universe. It's very strong. But he has free will. Nobody makes him do anything but him. Like, he can't say that because you asked him who somebody was, that means that he's got to go talk to that person. That's gaslighting. He was talking to that person. Like, that has nothing to do with you. Davy, finances. You have new beginnings on the horizon that could lead to success around more money coming in. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Listen to your intuition. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan could ease anxiety. Putting time and effort into a side business, side project, side hustle could also be successful. Lucinda, general for December. Disappointment heals and moves into the past. Listen to your intuition. You could reconnect with an old friend or someone you haven't seen in a while. Maybe spending time with a Gemini or an Aquarius. Disappointments heal and move into the past. With the world at your feet, life moves forward. Not bad. Black Lilith, does a Sagittarius guy like me? I think so. There could be a little interest here. Brooklyn, when will I hear from Chris Scorpio? Could be over the next couple of weeks. Communication looks a little slow, but there should be communication like maybe within the next 2 weeks or so. Bacon, gentle for January for M Sagittarius. They've got the Empress here bringing in love and money or more of it. And if they're feeling undecided about something, they shouldn't make any decisions until they're ready. A wish comes true. They could be planning travel. Money comes in, finances improve, and they're taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Tejas, I'm sorry that I rip up your name. Tejas V. Sexena. Will S come back into my life? There could be communication that comes in at some point from this person, but I don't see commitment here, if that's what you're asking. Carney, general for the week. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon around work, school, or business. The hard work you put in comes back to you and pays off, and feeling ambitious to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from. Country. Does Libra love interest plan to repair our union? And if so, how soon? I don't know what you expect this person would do to repair your union, but I don't see them having anything specific planned as of right now. If you want to see something change, I would reach out to them rather than wait. Is there anybody here I haven't answered for? Shreya, new love coming in. You do have a Gemini coming in and success coming in around life moving forward, but you might have choices and options. You also have a Cancer and a Scorpio. Old wounds healed and move into the past. Life moves forward towards greener pastures. Well-balanced, well-functioning relationship is in your future. Oksana, love coming in. You have success coming in around love when you walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and negativity moves into the past. Fire comes in, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Listen to your intuition and a disappointment heals. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Life moves forward towards greener pastures. If you're looking for a committed relationship and you're not in one right now, your next relationship could be long-term with headed towards the 10 cups being full. Kitty, is the whatever comes out? Okay. Kitty, whatever, just general. The solution to a problem is in front of you and you'll figure it out before the end of the month. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you and new doors open. Listen to your intuition. You may be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. And if you're thinking about starting a side business, side project, side hustle, it would be successful. You may be planning travel. Teamwork is favored. You could be spending time with a Gemini or a Libra, and you could have some romance heating up between now and the end of this year. Or maybe this winter. Girly, upcoming romance. You've got new beginnings on the horizon and a wish comes true. You could have growth, change, and transformation coming in and around love with your luck changing for the better quickly. May have a Scorpio coming in or fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Having choices and options around love could lead you to success around love. Anybody else here? Mel, Scorpio's thoughts and feelings about my response to his message yesterday. Maybe feeling confused, upset, or stuck or stagnant. You got the Lovers and the Two of Cups in reverse and the Hanged Man. But no matter what's going on, he's still persevering. So even if he feels like you're mad at him or whatever is going on, argumentative, whatever it was that was relayed in that message, he's still hopeful that things could turn around, or he's still not giving up hope. Oh, okay, Adonis, I will check the email. Sometimes it takes a sec for the email to come through. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Oh, everybody's got to email me about Cyber Monday. You're going to figure it out. Yeah, you got success coming in around this. So you're going to be able to figure it out. I do believe it's going to happen for you. And you're right. It isn't an opportunity that you should pass up. So go talk to whoever it is that you need to talk to. Start figuring it out. I do think that financial aid will be of some assistance. And I think that it's a great opportunity. And I don't think that you're going to regret it. I think that if you don't do it, you would regret it. So go for it. You're going to be able to figure it out. Absolutely. Is there anyone else here that I haven't answered for? Jackie, I didn't do. What does he think about my message? Why hasn't he answered? Things are out of balance, and he's setting a boundary. Fool is in reverse. You're going to find out more around this situation. So at some point, you're going to hear something, because Fool is in reverse, something will get revealed. He's setting a boundary. I don't know what you said to him, but he's not answering because he doesn't want to discuss it. The two of you may not be on the same page. Alrighty, I'm going to wrap it up, and I will come back on tonight. What am I going to do about not having any seltzer? I'm going to have to suck it up until tomorrow? That's terrible. Maybe I'll live. I think I'll live. I'll have to drink plain water. Thank you all very much for being here. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.